Cheap shot.
Hello and welcome to let's have a look. Let's do the settings. And bring that down a little bit. Three, two, one. Hello and welcome to Cheap Shot Entertainment System. I'm going to continue my career in 2 Point Hospital for you. I'm your host Luke and you are the Cheap Shot Nation. As you can see, Hogsport. I have gotten a 3-star rating. That is the beginning. We started that one. I didn't continue with the recordings. I just got the 3 stars. Just want to give you an overview of each level really. Named my company Healthy and Wealthy because I've started again because I got quite far through before I realised I hadn't actually recorded anything. So I've done this one. In fact, let's Cheap Shot. Medical. There we go. Corporation. There we go. Because that sounds more official. So we're going to move on. We're going to go across the bridge. We're going to start a new hospital, which is Lower Bullocks. Expand the organisation by establishing a second hospital. Okay, we'll do that. So in completing the first hospital, I bought some other bits and bobs to put in the corridors. I'm not going to buy any more like benches or anything because the blue benches are fine. You can get silver benches, you can get purple benches, and yeah, staff qualifications. So only doctors with the psychiatry qualification will be able to diagnose and treat people in the psychiatry room.
Staff information can be found in the employee records.
Brilliant. So we've already got a doctor of psychiatry rather, and an assistant, and we need to build a psychiatry room. That's fine. We can do that. Where shall we build the psychiatry? I think we will build the psychiatry. Yeah. Let's get the rooms. Psychiatry. I want to give the psychiatry a decent sized room. Not too much, just enough. Because obviously you got to get the chairs in and things like that. And I want to make sure that people can actually get around the hospital. So I'm gonna bung the door there.
We're missing a doctor. White coat, average height, answers to doctor.
I do love the little quips that the receptionist comes out with. It's always female voice though, and quite a lot of the people you can hire are actually
Doctor
male.
required in GP's office.
So I mean, you can do that. I bought the big bin because basically, if you get the big bin, it doesn't need to be emptied as often. The hand sanitizer, use that for your hygiene ratings, and a yucca plant which doesn't need to be watered as often, which is good. So get some drawings in here because you know it's nice. It's nice to and a clock. I say clock. Clock. There you go. Nice. Don't need anything else. No. You can get like a Rorschach poster. Image screen? Yeah, we'll get one of them. Just in case. Feel like it goes that way. There we go. And then at that point, there we go. Actually, new technology. I'm going to edit that room because one thing that does come up quite often is that you need windows. So what better way to ensure patient safety and confidentiality in a psychiatry than to put windows in so people can stare in at what people are doing. So I'm going to go and hire a new doctor.
Staff announcement. Doctor, you've won. Please come out.
Treatment, general practice, brilliant. So bang her in there. Oops. Poor choice of words, I realise that. So we're getting a lot of people coming in here looking like Freddy. That is the new diagnosis. So he have Mockstar is what that's called. So that's cool. And
So
if I remember rightly, this...
my cooking is terrible.
Sound familiar? What can he do, Dave?
Why don't you try the Orb Foundation?
The Orb Foundation?
The Orb Foundation.
I used to have problems, but now I just have fun instead.
The Orb is the perfect shape and the perfect solution. Sponsored placement from the Orb Foundation.
I do
24
love
hours a day. This is
the radio
22 Radio.
stations on here. It's great. It makes me laugh. I've probably heard the things loads of times now, but it's just so funny. It really is. Never gets old. Right. Okay. So, let's have a look. So we usually need some kind of pharmacy, definitely toilets and staff room. Not quite got the hang of the toilets. I know you can set them to male and female, and then you can set staff ones as well, which is really handy actually. I'll have to figure out and find out how you actually do that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna put a
Attention. Please pay attention to announcements.
I'm going to put a pharmacy on here. One thing I do like, and this is something I really like about 2 Point Hospital, is that you can make the rooms different shapes. In Theme Hospital, it all had to be very uniform, very one shape. You know, it had to be square, that kind of thing. But you know, you can really play around with the corridors. You can build corridors, 2 rooms, things like that in this game, and it just gives you a whole new leeway, a whole world of possibilities about how you set your hospital out, and it's really cool. I really like it. Incidentally, the thing I've played recently, with regard to my old school gaming, I mean, I used to play Theme Park
When first
and
entering the hospital,
Theme
please
Hospital,
make your way to reception.
things like that, and I loved them. And I got this game, love it. Also got Coaster Planet. I've got a couple of videos on that, and didn't really get on with it. Not really sure why. Then possibly because the controls were very slightly clunky. But otherwise, I mean, it was a beautiful looking game, but it just wasn't quite as fun or intuitive as this. I think it was the controls more than anything. I really just didn't get on with it. And it just wasn't.
You're
as
listening
fun
to Nigel
as
Bigglesworth
this.
on
I
Two
love
Point
Nigel
Radio.
Bigglesworth.
Welcome back to your favorite radio station with the vastly overqualified Sir Nigel Bigglesworth. I'm here to inform, to entertain, and to bring some small measure of sophistication to your drab little lives. Should any of you have any requests for popular tunes, as I believe people like to call them, do not hesitate to repress that impulse. I have no intention of playing any of that drivel.
Brilliant. Love it.
Maintenance announcement. Ghosts should be captured with the appropriate amount of respect.
I'm going to move that over there. There's not much you can do in there, Doc. I've not put anything in there yet.
Doctor needed in psychiatry. Doctor required in psychiatry.
So staff room's really important because, you know, staff need to rest. Obviously not in the original staff room that I put there because pretty
Doctor
bad.
required in psychiatry.
Kids drawings, bang those on there, and a clock so people know when to go back to work, which is fine. Right, let's
Upgraded machines are better than normal machines. Obviously.
close that. Edit.
Doctor needed in psychiatry.
Sell. There we go. Right. So we've got a proper staff room there. So we can upgrade things. We need a nurse. Nurse. Ward management. Yeah, let's go for it. And then we've got these. Ward required. Yeah. Get. Yeah.
Holistics is apparently going to open another of its nature communes for sick people with more sense than money. Fortunately, I have equal amounts of sense and money.
Oh, I do love Nigel Bigglesworth. He's funny. Have a couple of screens in your wards because they are as important as the beds, because the more people you can get changed at the same time, the quicker you can diagnose them, and that comes as no real surprise. I mean, diagnosis is part of what the ward will do, and it will cure people
Patients
as well.
should enjoy their visit.
So,
It may be their last.
oh, brilliant.
Doctor required in GP's office.
And chairs, I've learned, are very useful tools for allowing staff to basically rest whilst they're on the job, so to speak. And you can also, later on, you can set things...
Doctor required in GP's office.
You can set the wards up for to have 2 nurses in them, for example. So again, it's quite involved, and it takes a process, which is fine. Now, 4, 5 beds is usually decent. I do have my doggy in here with me. She's a bit warm, bless her. Just come down to join me.
Regular breathing helps prevent stress, clouded thoughts, and death.
Wow, it's worse than my Apple Watch. Other brands are available. Not a paid advertisement, but I will take an Apple Watch as payment if you're listening. Just put some, because there's nothing better than you know, being sick on a ward and having people look in. So we've got a ward. I might just, because there's plenty of space in here. Move that back.
We now bring you this segment, Sir Nigel Reviews. Today I take a look at the new fine dining establishment, Le Soufflé Triste. And what a delight for the experienced palate this is.
So we've got the people who
The
need
scrambled
diagnosis from
emu
the
eggs on
ward, going
pickled
to the
toast
ward.
are particularly good. I give it
And
4 salt
looking like we're
shakers.
setting up a decent looking hospital here. Apart from the little corridor here, but I mean that's fine. That's absolutely fine. And then you can see that we can go on to different plots here and here, so we can take down a children's play park. So we can build an extra thing, and yeah, just a building site basically. So we'll probably end up doing that at some point, but I want to leave you there because then you've got the idea of what the second level is all about. You can just join me again. I'm going to continue playing it. We've got new things happening all the time. We've got to build a PANS lab, a deluxe clinic I would imagine at some point, get some toilets in here as well. And get at least 2 of those, a hand dryer. Obviously the big bins are always useful. Hand sanitizer if you can fit it in. Again, very useful. Plants.
Attention. Urinating anywhere in the hospital will not be tolerated.
I've got a bug. There we go. Right, I'm going to leave you there. I'll leave you there and I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Hiya.